brother, this is going to be a technical bout. It's going to be a very technical bout. This is going to be a fun fight. But this is the issue that I have here, my man. These are two hot flyweight prospects, brother, who are, I guess I shouldn't even say prospects, I should say contenders, right? Sumudaerji has been in a little less action as of late, and Manel Kape is finally finding his rhythm, his groove in the UFC. We haven't really seen it because, I mean, to be honest, he had against Pantoja and Nicolau. I mean, he got thrown into the deep water really quickly, kind of leveled out when he fought some of the lesser ranked fighters, I guess I should say, unranked fighters, Ode Osborne's, Zaga Zumagulov. Even though they're tough fighters, that's not Nicolau and Pantoja. That's not the same level. Sumudaerji, he's been fighting the Malcolm Gordons, who has had a resurgence as of late. The Zaruk Adashevs, Luis Smolkas, Andrei Sukumtoths. I mean, both of these dudes have experience, but Manel Kape is clearly the more established, former champion in Ryzen, more experienced. All right, this is what it comes down to, AJ. Sumudaerji, long, lanky, 3-inch reach, 3-inch height advantage, 4-inch reach advantage. It's going to hit you with some of the most spectacular kicks you've ever seen. But then again, Manel Kape knows how to get on the inside, probably one of the fastest fighters we've seen in our day. Get on the inside, get his combos down, get back out on the outside, and just keep it pushing. Both of these dudes land roughly 4.5 significant strikes per minute, so it's like they're there. Accuracy is almost the same, 52% to 54%. Carbon copies of each other, except Sumudaerji is the long, lanky fighter. Manel Kape is the more stout, quick, in-and-out fighter. I don't know where to go with this, AJ. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where to go with this. Like, when I visualized it in my head, I could see both the dudes winning spectacularly. So when I have a situation like this, sometimes you want to kind of revert to the betting odds. But when I see the betting odds, I'm like, okay, Manel Kape's the favorite. But should he be the favorite? He's just fighting the longer, lankier dude. Should he be the favorite? What? So betting odds aside, in your mind, who's the favorite in this fight?
I'm going Manel Kape as well, but just by barely because of the recent resurgence he's had, the recent comfortability he's found in the UFC. When he came in, man, when Starboy came into the league, man, I was like, oh, this dude's gonna be on top of the game. We're seeing a new contender, coming in out of Ryzen. Fell off, had a stumble, but now he's back and he's kind of back to his normal ways that we were seeing him fight in Ryzen. Now, Sumudaerji, this dude, he's killer, man. He's real deal, man. I love the length of him. I love that striking style. He just hasn't been as active. And as far as the hit list goes, not as impressive. But, man, this dude can absolutely crack. And this one, man, this one is a stylistic matchup that's interesting to see. Both fighters are really, really good in the stand-up. Sumudaerji has that long counter striking. You have Kape coming in. He's a short blitz burst kind of guy that's going to get on the inside, and he's very good at getting on the inside. So whoever wins those battles, I think, is going to be winning the night, obviously. But the same time, it's one of those ones where you can see the length of Sumudaerji, so it's not that it's easy to avoid, but it's hard to keep getting close because he's so long and he keeps poking at you, keeps driving those front kicks, those jabs, and the same thing with Kape. Yeah, he's got to get on the inside, and when he does, it's dangerous, but Sumudaerji's long. He can keep him at bay. He can keep him ineffective. This one, I can see where the trouble comes because I also had the same one. Like, how exactly does this unfold? My big question is, how will Sumudaerji stop the pressure and the wrestling of Kape coming forward? Is he going to be able to land some knees, some uppercuts, keep those tip kicks away? Will that be the case? Or are we going to see Manel Kape right to those hips, take him down, ground and pound finish? What do you think?
Well, if this was a typical Orthodox versus Southpaw fight, I probably would say Sumudaerji would have no problem keeping him at bay. But being that they're both Southpaws, I think it's going to make it tricky for both guys, which is why this is going to be such a technical chess match of a fight. I think that, in all honesty, this might not be the most exciting fight in the world. I think it should be. On paper, it should be. But honestly, it's like these dudes are so technical. They're probably going to be doing a lot of feints, a lot of just watching each other in the mirror, kind of just trying to set traps. Sumudaerji is infamous for setting traps. He'll throw a combination who he doesn't expect to land, set you up for something so that he can utilize that like 2 rounds later. And he did that perfectly against his fight against Zaruk Adashev, where he was setting him up. He was throwing this jab, fading away, and coming up with a check hook every single time. And it wasn't working. Rounds 1 and 2 didn't work. When it got to that round 3, clipped him perfectly right there on the button. So I think that Manel Kape is a little too smart for that. Manel Kape's not going to fall for the okie doke. But then again, Manel Kape needs to set up his own traps for Sumudaerji. Either way, I don't see a finish happening in this fight, unfortunately. But I do see a very close, once again, this is going to be close to like the Nicolau fight, right? Where it was just like, How do you score it? I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. 2 rounds to 1. I see this being the case on this one. Honestly, I don't think that this bout is being respected the way that it should. I think that this bout should garner a lot of respect. This could be a co-main event, in my opinion, personally. But because they're flyweights, that's probably why it's so low on the docket. Either way, AJ, there is no prop bets for this one either, but the over and under is 2.5 rounds. The winner of this fight, I honestly believe, will be in that number 7, number 8 range come the Tuesday rankings, given how talented these contenders are. Who do you have winning this fight, and how are they going to win it?
I'm going with Cop on this one, man. I think he's going to come out hot. He's going to come out like he has, because when he doesn't, he loses. And I think seeing his record, if he's able to see that, he's going to come out hot. He's going to not let the traps be effective of Sumudaerji and be able to push that pressure and stay on his game, fight his fight that night. That's what I'm hoping for. But I can also see Sumudaerji with those counters, man. There's nothing to scoff at. But like I said, I'm going Manel Kape, and I'm going by decision. Who you going with and why, Derek?
As much as people are making this out to be like Manel Kape is going to steamroll Sumudaerji, like Manel Kape is just going to come in and assert his will, and that's it. And it's just going to be easy money in the park on this one. I don't see that happening. I actually think Sumudaerji is going to hurt Manel Kape bad, and I think Manel Kape is going to be able to overcome, once again, maybe Macy Barber-esque, like I was talking about earlier, overcome that and get the victory. But I do think he will have to suffer through a little bit of adversity first. So I think Manel Kape gets it done, but I think Sumudaerji is going to leave everybody with a good impression. He's going to leave everybody saying that, okay, this dude is fucking legit. He's the real deal. Nonetheless, I'm going Manel Kape. I'm going decision on this one. It's going to be such a technical fight. I don't see a finish happening here. So